Man, I love this place. The problem is we get so busy we don't take the time to experience everything this place has to offer.
Okay, whoa, what does that mean? What do I do?
Just set it down?
Just drop it down?
Uh-huh.
Shazam! Do we put any like special stuff on it? Actually, if I didn't have jeans on, I probably could go all the way down. Whoa, whoa. Ow, I'm nervous. Cool. I hit that thing. Yeah! Let me try some of that. You gotta get kind of Picasso with it. I can feel my lungs closing up. Now, is there normally somebody there to help you put this on?
No. And the loser does dishes.
Oh,
that's kind of how it's
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My name is Noah. Come with me and let's explore a little bit of my hometown of San Diego. When I look around at our beautiful town, I think, does it get any better than this? We have it all. Scenery, parks, and miles of beautiful beaches. Unfortunately, along with it all, comes people, traffic, and more people. San Diego is the 8th largest city in the entire country, and when things go wrong, thankfully, there's somebody who cares. Today, whenever we need help, we simply pick up the phone and, no questions asked, the San Diego Fire Department comes running. How cool is that? Now, for more than 110 years, they've been coming to our rescue while keeping a vigilant watch over our communities. In the early 1800s, San Diego had only volunteer firefighters, and at times, no organized fire protection at all. Then, in 1872, the city's first engine company, Company 1, opened up, staffed by volunteers. The fire rig consisted of a thin, high-wheeled, horse-drawn wagon and 12 buckets, which were hand-filled with water and used to fight the fire, if they weren't empty by the time you got there. Ladders were a key tool back then, so, as you can imagine, ladder training was very important. This bare-bones style of firefighting went on for years, until a huge fire destroyed one of the city's main planing mills. So, finally, on August 5, 1889, a city charter amendment established the San Diego City Fire Department. The department started with 41 men, 11 horses, 2 steam engines, 2 hose carts, 1 hook and ladder, and 4,000 feet of hose. Total worth, $22,500. I guess it took a big disaster for the city to figure out the fire department's a pretty important thing. Over the next several decades, the equipment improved and technology progressed, while one thing remained the same: San Diego's bravest never wavered. You can have the best equipment available, but without heart and soul, you've got nothing. Well, I wanted to learn a little more about the history of the department, and I heard there was a fire museum down in Little Italy, so I thought I'd head on over and check it out. Inside, I met the museum's executive director, Mike Colafrancisco.
This is the San Diego Firehouse Museum. It used to be old station number 6. This has been a museum for 40 plus years, since 1960s. They had horse-drawn fire engines here. They had all kinds of stuff at this station.
Really? Horse-drawn, huh?
This place is great. They have an incredible display of firefighting history, including one of the first fire trucks around.
La Jolla's first fire truck.
This is?
This is unique because it could be drawn either by hand by the firefighters on the way to the incident or by horses. Oh. So it could go either way. As you see, there's some hose, a couple extinguishers, and a ladder on top.
Not only do they have some of the first trucks, but they also have some of the first fire extinguishers.
And they're called grenades, and they have a fire retardant chemical in them. And so what would happen is a fire would start, and they would take these grenades and throw them at the base of the fire, and it would put the fire out.
Thank God for progress. As I said, they have a pretty impressive collection of department history here. Open Thursday through Sunday, 10 to 2, and 10 to 4 on weekends. Come in and hear how women were helping fight fires way before they were allowed, and also how it was important to steer the fire trucks correctly so they wouldn't break their thumbs. Whether you're a kid or an adult, or just a history buff, San Diego's Firehouse Museum has a story to tell that everyone should hear. Well, I was getting, should I say, fired up walking around the museum, and I was wondering what it would be like to, be a firefighter. So, I headed on down to the station in my neighborhood to see how it's really done at Engine Company 15 in Ocean Beach. Back in 1915, OB's first fire station was located on Newport Avenue, just up from the Strand Theater. Then, in 1946, Fire Station 15 was built. Located on the corner of Voltaire and Ebers, I'd walk by it every day on the way to school in awe, just wondering what goes on in there. Today, it's the third oldest active station in the entire city. Now that you know a little bit about the building, let me introduce you to the boys. Out of the four, first let's meet Kevin Wakashigi. Kevin is the engineer. The engineer maintains a fire truck, or apparatus as they call it. I love that word, apparatus. Kevin makes sure everything's stocked and restocked and stays in working order as far as the truck's concerned. He also makes a mean teriyaki chicken, which we'll talk about later. Best of all, Kevin gets to drive. Next is firefighter paramedic Mike Morley. They call Mike the trunk monkey. The trunk monkey is the big dude that unwinds out of the back of the car when you need help, right? The reinforcer. At 6'4" and 220, Mike in his size 14 boot is the one I want kicking in my front door when my house is on fire to save my family. A 19-year veteran, Mike is one cool dude. Then there's firefighter Todd Berry. Todd's been at it 22 years, and it's obvious he loves what he does. Not only does he work in OB, but he lives here too, so he knows the area like the back of his hand. The minute I met Todd, I felt like I've known him for years. He's a good guy. At the top of the totem pole is Captain Joe Dico. When it comes to fighting fires, let's just say he's been there, done that. Joe's the kind of guy you love to respect. Why? Because it's obvious he's earned it. At the scene, there's never any question who's in charge. I guess that's what being a good captain's all about. When it comes to being a team and covering each other's back, these guys are tight. Captain Dico says it best.
It's a brotherhood. I love these guys. I will do anything for those guys at a drop of a hat.
How cool is that? Well, I wanted to be part of that brotherhood, but before I could, Captain Dico said I'd have to spend a day in their boots, which didn't seem so tough. Sorta.
All right. Yeah. So these are our bunker boots. We call them our bunker boots. Turnout pants. Those are layered and Nomex, fire resistant on the outside.
Okay.
Suspenders over your shoulders.
All right, so far.
Okay.
Turnout coat.
Throw that on.
Turnout coat's nice and light.
You get sweaty.
Oh, yeah. Okay. How do you guys do this so fast? Wow. I got it. Fire's still burning. I'll be there. Hold on a second. Now, is there normally somebody there to help you put this on?
No. Do it yourself.
Son of a nut. Need this on?
Make it real. So you turn the bottle on, you'll suffocate.
Whoa. Are you kidding me?
Gloves. Gloves. Don't fall over. Extra air bottle.
There's the fire.
Water into 15, you give him that arm up.
Look at this.
Water into 15. Whoa. Hey, this thing. Woo. Okay.
I never thought that shooting water from a hose would be so much work, let alone trying to walk forward, or advance as they say. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy.
I am physically tired already, and I've been shooting water for what, maybe 3 minutes? Not even that?
But normally, if it's an interior fire, Noah, we're crawling on our hands and knees, dragging this hose inside. And remember, the place is full of smoke.
Fire on top of you.
It's hot. You can't see anything. You can't see the hand in front of your face. And it's in a building or a room that you've never been in before. So as you're crawling, you're running into couches, tables, finding and finding your way through.